Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome all viewers. I'm very excited about today's video because inshallah it is an excellent opportunity to learn about the religion of Islam. And I love to learn about the religion of Islam. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Brother Sajid, and today we want to talk about a video that Ali Dawah posted yesterday. The title of his video is Ali Dawah messages Omar Suleiman and truth comes out. So Ali Dawah, he messaged Omar Suleiman and he got the truth about a particular situation. Now, the reason I say we have a good opportunity to learn something is because there are some clips from Ali Dawah's video that we're going to take a look at, and I want to pose Ali Dawah a question so that I can learn from him. Specifically, this has to do with the topic of free mixing in Islam. But first, just to catch everyone up to speed, I watched Ali Dawah's video several times. It took me several watches to really fully comprehend what he was saying. And I admittedly am not the sharpest tool in the shed, as they say, so I could be wrong. But from what I gathered, an individual tweeted something about free mixing. Now, Ali Dawah, he chose not to mention the person who tweeted this out, so I'm also not going to mention the person, but I will show the tweet. They quote tweeted Yaqeen Institute and a video of Omar Suleiman sitting and talking to a Muslim woman. And the individual said, "This is how simp imams talk in public with young women. How did they talk in private?" So Ali Dawah in his video is basically saying that this sort of suspicion is wrong, to try to imagine things about somebody's personal life, their private life, to say just because they talk to women in public on camera that this means that they're doing worse things behind the scenes. And of course, this relates personally to Ali Dawah himself, because if they were going to do this about Omar Suleiman, they would also have to do it to Ali Dawah, because Ali Dawah has the Bitter Truth Show. And on the Bitter Truth Show, he talks publicly to young Muslim women. And one might even say that Ali Dawah takes it a step further, because he's literally talking about like intimate topics with these women. Whereas Omar Suleiman, I don't believe in these clips he was talking about like marriage or home life and, you know, the relationship between spouses and things like that. So anyways, Ali Dawah was basically saying that this tweet was wrong. However, what I would like to ask Ali Dawah has to do with what free mixing actually is. I love Islam. This is why I embraced Islam. I know it's the truth. And I also know that we should humble ourselves and we should always be willing to learn more and more. And if we are ever wrong about something, then we should correct ourselves. So without further ado, I want to play some clips from the video.
Brother Sajid, who outright backstabbed. When we are dealing with enemies in the front line, he backstabbed with no qualifications to his armchair.
All right, so this was more just for context, because Ali Dawah, you know, mashallah, he has over 1 million subscribers. So like there's a lot of people who probably watch a video like this and they don't know who I am. They're like, who's this Sajid guy, this backstabber? So just real quick, just to catch everyone up to speed. Basically, as Ali Dawah claims, you know, he was on the front lines just combating the enemies of Islam. I mean, really just fighting the good fight. Here, let me play a clip.
Wouldn't he know that mubahala cannot be done with an atheist?
Oh, really? Yes.
Well, let me
because
for that.
why? Because why?
Getting king treatment here. Don't be jealous.
Yeah, so that was a clip of Ali Dawah battling on the front lines. And I do admit that after that battle of his, myself and Abdurrahman of Knowledge North, we discussed what happened, what we saw, the reaction that people seem to have in general to that frontline battle that he was having, that he was engaged with. And it seemed like it was really giving the wrong impression, in our opinions, regarding da'wah, regarding how Muslims should behave. So we put out a podcast discussing it. And ever since then, Ali Dawah keeps calling me a backstabber over and over again. I mean, for example, this video is supposed to be about Omar Suleiman, but he mentions me multiple times, talking about me being a backstabber. Anyways, the point is just to catch everyone up who might not be aware. Oh yeah, and he also said that I don't have any qualifications. So those of you who aren't aware, I did study at the Islamic University of Medina for about 8 years. For 3 years, I was in the Arabic Institute. And for about 5 years, I was in the College of Da'wah, and I graduated in 2019. He knows all of this, by the way. But but he keeps repeating that I don't have any qualifications. So I guess to him that that means nothing, right? So anyways, let me play this next clip, and this will give someone like myself an opportunity to have the religion properly explained by somebody like Ali Dawah.
For example, we have the Bitter Truth Show. Yeah, some people, unqualified individuals, yeah, that need to go and pay for their Medina fee if they can go back and study. Yeah, simple principles. Yeah, they deem that we are free mixing our Bitter Truth Show, which is bring me evidence. Yes, there is no evidence. Yeah, unless you hold an opinion, that's calm. But to say that is the opinion.
All right. So, firstly, the first things first. Ali Dawah, I would love it if you would be kind enough to send me back to Medina to study. That would be great, especially considering the 8 years that I was there meant nothing. You know, so maybe I could go for another 8. I would really appreciate that if you would cover all the fees for that. JazakumAllahukhairan, I'd appreciate it. It would also give me an opportunity to sort of sit my teachers down and explain to them, you know, about how they were wrong about so many of the things that they taught me, according to you. And perhaps you could even come in and you can, you know, since you have all this experience, mashallah, on the front lines of da'wah, you can, you know, explain to them what da'wah is all about and how we should conduct ourselves. And specifically free mixing, that would be a good thing. That's what we really want to learn about. Because you specifically said,
they deem that we are free mixing our Bit of Truth Show, which is bring me evidence. Yes, there is no evidence. Yeah.
So you clearly said that there is no evidence of free mixing taking place on the Bitter Truth Show. The Bitter Truth Show, which has men and women sitting on couches discussing their intimate lives. Some of the women clearly not even observing proper hijab. So since you are alleging that there is absolutely no evidence of that being free mixing, I would love for you to explain to myself and to everyone else what free mixing is and how all of the proofs and evidences from the Quran and Sunnah regarding free mixing don't apply to you and your show. I would really appreciate that. Ali Dawah, may Allah bless you and guide you to what's best, because it truly is devastating if we are all incorrect, if we all just don't understand the religion properly, for us to think that what's happening on the Bitter Truth Show could be free mixing. Now, that brings me to the final point, which is when you said this.
There is no evidence, yeah? Unless you hold an opinion, that's calm. But to say that is the opinion.
See, this is where I get kind of confused, because then you seem to say that if you hold that opinion, then it's okay, but you just can't say that that is the opinion. This confuses me for many reasons. Again, like I said, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. May Allah increase all of us in beneficial knowledge and action upon that beneficial knowledge. So I'm hoping you can explain this to me. If there is no evidence of free mixing happening on the Bitter Truth Show, then how would it be a valid opinion to say otherwise? Valid opinions in Islam have to be based on proofs and evidences. Now, hypothetically speaking, let's say that you want to backtrack and say, okay, you were incorrect about saying how there is no evidence that there's any free mixing going on the Bitter Truth Show, but rather that's just one opinion, and there is room for more than one opinion. Well, I would appreciate that clarification. Jazakallah khair for admitting that no, there actually is evidence of free mixing happening. However, what then is your proof and what is your evidence that one can't say that that is the opinion, that that is the correct opinion? If a qualified scholar were to look at your show and to say, this is clearly free mixing, here are the proofs from the Quran, here are the proofs from the Sunnah, and this is a qualified scholar passing this fatwa, then why would they be wrong for saying that that is the correct opinion? Why would they have to say, no, but you can follow an opposite opinion saying the complete opposite of what I just said? Where do you find that in our religion, where every single opinion has to be deemed valid and you can't say that, no, this is the correct opinion? I really look forward to your knowledge-based response, Ali, jazakallah khair. And while I have your attention, if you get the time, I would also like to learn a little bit more about like going out to eat at restaurants with transgenders. I know we should take it one step at a time, but when it comes to free mixing, I was just curious because of this episode of yours.
I think we want to see you again on the show.
Definitely. I mean, we'll have to try something. What should we try next time? I mean,
you know what?
What have you not tried?
Maybe what food did you say? The Anjero?
Ethiopian, because you love Somalian food. Ethiopian is really good.
We're going to be at Ethiopian next time with Oli, inshallah. If you want to see Oli, comment in the section below, inshallah. Till next time, from Dine to Jannah with Oli and Ali. Ali, Oli. No, Oli.
Ali and
no,
Oli.
Ali, Oli. Yes.
Kind of a tongue twister.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allah knows best. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, I will be returning to Medina soon on the Ali Dawah Scholarship. I'll keep you guys updated, inshallah. JazakumAllahukhairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.